I consider myself very fortunate in getting Vipassana technique, and to me, it's the most effective technique to understand the mind and matter interaction within ourselves. So, I got this technique in December 2008. My father suggested me to do this meditation technique, and I'm very glad and I find myself very lucky that I got this technique, and I'm very grateful to Goenkaji. I'm very grateful to Sayagyi Khin and his teachers that they kept this technique in its purest form, in pristine pure form, so that we can all get advantage of it through practicing it in a right way and regularly. So when I see lots of people are confused, like I was confused in my earlier days, that what God is and how the universe operates and how all of a sudden we exist out of nowhere, like we didn't exist and all of a sudden we have this birth rate and we just grow and we just look so different. So and all of a sudden we disappear. Look, like what happens? All of a sudden we come into existence and all of a sudden we disappear. So what is all this? What is the real me, and what they talk about God is really a God? Because according to me, there are so many Hindu gods, so there are so many other gods also in other religions. If you see their qualities and characteristics, I don't get influenced or I don't get fascinated by them because they are, I found them even more corrupt than normal human beings. So that made me quite like atheist in a way, but I'm not atheist. I don't believe in a God as such. I believe in Dhamma, that is called as the law of the universe. Like there are laws of the physical world, there are laws of the mental world, and I think there are certain laws beyond the mind and matter world too. And I have not experienced or I have not seen them as such because I have not experienced that state, but I'm trying to achieve that state through Vipassana technique, and to me, it's very effective. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I have so much anger issues. Like I don't get angry easily, but when I get angry, I get so much angry, and I get abusive. I know it can be avoided, but sometimes I feel it is needed to make people understand that they really don't mean to me. But anyways, whatever. I'm not perfect in that sense, like not perfect in a religious way, but I don't find any problem, a big problem in that. When I use abusive language, I try to improve that thing, but when I use soft language, these people don't understand, so sometimes I use it. Okay, so let it be. I decided long time, like 2 years back, I had decided to make an audiobook of Sayagyi Yubakin book because I find his teaching very fascinating, and I wish there were more discourses and the videos of him available on the internet, but they are not that, like, the number is very less, they're very few. So when I read this book, Sayagyi Yubakin Journal, like in my MBBS days, I was so influenced by his teaching and I really liked it. So I might not agree with certain things, but these are like minor issues, and these are the different types of the personalities. Like, uh, monkhood is not suitable for me. It's not suitable for me. I wanted to be a monk, but I realized it's not. It doesn't balance my energy in that way because I enjoy every aspect of life, and living that life fully makes me understand the life even more. So I decided not to be a monk. Okay. So, in this book, I came to know about one thing and I found it very fascinating. I read that thing and I try to explain that thing because whatever I have understood, and it's very, very, I think it clears the concept, at least logically, what God is and what they call Brahma and Brahma Lokas and all these things. Initially, I used to think that such things exist in the human body only, but then I realized no, they exist. Sometimes I feel them, like, yeah, I feel them, but I have not seen them as such. Okay, first I'll read and then I'll explain. So it is from the Journal of Sayagyi Khin. It's page number 40. Let me, yeah. It's the book name is Sayagyi Khin Journal. It's Sayagyi, Sayagyi, Ubakin, Ba, and Kin, Khin Journal. Okay, so it is Sayagyi Ubakin Journal or Ubakin Journal, a collection commem- a collection commemorating the teachings of Sayagyi Ubakin. Okay, so coming back to page number 40. Yeah, it's the page number 40 under the chapter or title What Buddhism Is. Okay, so I had chosen one, two, three, four. Yeah, I'm gonna read four paragraphs from this chapter, What Buddhism Is. So they have explained what universe is. Okay, so universe. The Buddhist concept of the universe may be summed up as follows. There is the Okasa Loka, the universe of space, which accommodates Nama and Rupa. Nama means mind and Rupa means matter. In this mundane world, it is Nama and Rupa which predominate under the influence of the law of cause and effect. The next is Sankhara Loka, the universe of mental forces, creative or created. This is a mental plane arising out of the creative energies of mind through the medium of bodily actions, words, and thoughts. The third and the last is the Sattaloka, the universe of sentient beings. These beings are the products of mental forces. We may rather call these three as a three in one universe because one is inseparable from another. They are, so to say, interwoven and interpenetrating. What will interest you most are the Kakkavalasa, are the Kakkavalas or world systems, each with its 31 planes of existence. Each world, each world system corresponds to the human world with its solar system and other planes of existence. There are millions and millions of such world systems, simply innumerable. 10,000 such world systems closest to us are within the Jati Khetta or the field of origin of a Buddha. In fact, when the renowned sutta or sermon Mahasamaya, meaning the great occasion, was preached by Buddha in the Mahavana forest near the town of Kapilavatthu, not only the Brahmas and Devas of our world system, but all of the 10,000 world systems were present to listen to the teachings of Buddha. Lord Buddha can also send his thought waves charged with boundless love and compassion to the sentient beings of 100 crores, 1,000 million of such world systems within the Anakheta or the field of influence. The remainder of the world systems are in the Visaya or infinite space beyond the reach of Buddha's effective thought waves. You can very well imagine from these concepts of Buddhism the size of the universe as a whole, the material insignificance of our world in the Okasa Loka universe of space is simply terrifying. The human world as a whole must be just a speck in a space. Now I'll give you an idea of the 31 planes of existence in our world system, which of course is the same as in any other world systems. Broadly, they are Arupaloka, immaterial world of Brahmas; Rupaloka, fine material world of Brahmas; Kamaloka, sensuous world of Devas, mankind, and lower beings. So 31 planes of existence. There are main three levels: Arupaloka, immaterial world of Brahmas. Like our bodies are made up of five elements, or four elements, including in this space. These are earth, water, fire, and air. So we can see the water, we can see earth, we can see the fire, but it's very difficult to see the air. So I think the air element, this is my own understanding. I don't know if it is given in the book or not. My own understanding is the air we cannot see. So air is the finest matter. Okay, it's the finest element according to me. And through meditation technique, I have experienced, whenever I experienced fear, there was a lot of air in me. So I realized that fear is an air element. So that's the thing. And I feel it's fear that exists for a long, long time, even beyond sex. I think sexual feeling and sexual feeling I have experienced within me, it's made up of the fire and air. Air because the social conditionings and the fear associated, especially in women, a lot. There is a lot of fear and fire. Fire is the sexual energy, and also there is a greed, a little bit of greed, so you can add the water, but it's mainly the fire and fear. Especially in me, I have observed, because a lot of fear is associated in women, because we are so much socially uh, condemned and criticized to have sex. So in that sense, there is a lot of social fear associated with it, and even other fears, fear of being pregnant and all, and fear of being pregnant, and even after that having a child responsibility and all. So this fear is associated with the sex. So I have experienced fear in many emotions, and fear itself is an emotion. uh, Fear itself is an emotion. So in 31 planes of the existence, there are three main things: Arupaloka, immaterial world of Brahmas. Immaterial means very, 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 very fine material world of Brahmas, and Rupaloka, fine material world of Brahmas. Arup means it's immaterial, they have said. Immaterial. It's not made up of matter. It's made up of only, I think, Nama, that is mind. Rupaloka, it is a fine material world of Brahmas. Kamaloka, Kamaloka means the sensuous world of Devas, that is gods, mankind, and lower beings. Now we'll see them in detail here. The Arupaloka is the Arupaloka is comprised of four Brahma worlds of immaterial state, that is, without Rupa or matter. The Rupaloka is comprised of 16 Brahma worlds of fine material state. The Kamaloka. Now Arupaloka, it has got four Brahma worlds in itself, which are of immaterial state, that is without Rupa or matter. So what remains is Nama, that is mind. So Arupaloka is made up of only mind, it's not made up of the matter. Now the Rupaloka. The Rupaloka is comprised of 16 Brahma worlds of fine material state. I think it's made up of air, I think, because it's the finest element. Even the fire, I think, it's the finest material. So I think it's air. This is my own understanding. It's not given here. This is my own understanding, because we cannot, our senses cannot perceive or cannot see the air. We can see the earth, water, fire, but air we cannot see. So I think it is the finest element, and I think the Brahmaloka, Rupa Brahmaloka is made up of the air element. This is my understanding. My own understanding, it's not given in the book. The Rupaloka is comprised of 16 Brahma worlds of fine material state. The Kamaloka is comprised of 6 Devalokas, celestial worlds. Celestial worlds means gods. Now, what they call gods is like they have the special powers, okay? Now, Kamalokas means the beings having the sexual and sensual desire, like sex desire they have. So, these gods, which cannot see, they have the sex desire. They are made up of the matter. This is very fine that we cannot perceive. So these are the gods. So when they call it's God, and you can in scriptures and religious scriptures they have described gods are having sex and all. So it's because they are from the Kamaloka. Kamaloka includes the gods, and gods can have sex. They have the spatial powers. Okay, they have ego. They also have jealousy. They have ego. That's why when they call Jesus is jealous, I think in Bible I heard Erika Mukiza's husband saying that God is jealous. Now now he this God falls in 6 Devalokas. Okay, that is below the Brahmaloka, and they have the special powers. They have even good qualities also. They have so many good qualities, but they have the defilements like ego and jealousy. Okay, and even some gods, many gods, they have the sensual desire and the sexual desire. Now the 6 Devalokas or celestial worlds. These 6 are, I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce them. It's very difficult for me. If it was given in Devanagari, I would be able to read them properly because it's like the word is pronounced as the letter is pronounced as it is, but in English it is not so. So first is Katu Maharajika. Second is Tavatimsa. Third is Yama. Fourth is Tusita. Fifth is Nimanarati. And fifth is Nimanarati, and sixth is Paranimitta Vasavati. So all these Devalokas, they have the sensual and sexual desires, okay? But they have the better qualities. They have more good qualities or better qualities than we, the human beings, and even the animals of lower beings. Okay, then comes the human world and the 4 lower worlds, that is first Niraya, that is hell, Tirichana, that is animal world. So even below the hell, there is animal world. So you can see how animals like they're living in a lot of suffering. Niraya is hell and Tirichana is animal world. Then Peta. Peta means Pret lok that we say. Peta, ghost world, and even more horrible or more terrifying than ghosts, more suffering world, more malicious world is the demonic world, that is Asura. Asura is the lowest plane of existence, that is Asura, demon world. So these are the 31 planes of the existence. So 4 from the Aruploka, then 16 from Brahmaloka, 16 plus 4, 20, then 6 from Devalokas, 20, 16, 20, 26, 26, 1 human, 27, and these 4 lower worlds, 27 plus 4, 31. So these are the 31 planes of the existence, and all the beings, they fall in these categories. So when they say God, so whether the God is falling in the God that is Kamaloka, Devaloka, or Brahmaloka or Brahmaloka, like they say that Jesus is a God. So whether it's falling in the Rupaloka or Rupaloka or Brahmaloka, because they say because they say he has a jealousy and he created these things, the power of creation and um, the greed for the power itself, and the people should follow you, and women should be submissive to men, such kind of little defilements in the thoughts. If it is true, written truly in the Bible, then I feel these are the defilements, like jealousy is a defilement, like gods can be jealous because they are not completely pure. So this is my own understanding. And even the Hindus, like in Hindus, they have described the gods like uh, Ganesha and Shiva Shankar, and so many gods like Krishna. They have the spatial powers. They say they have the spatial powers, and you can see them having like sexual desire, the sensual desire. So according to Buddhist classification, they fall in the Devaloka. Means they have the spatial power. They have some good qualities, so they fall in the Devalokas. Then there is the human world and the four lower worlds. Okay, so these are the 31 planes of the existence in the universe. This is according to the Buddha, and to me, actually, it clears my concepts, what they call gods, and how the enlightened being is the most pure being or the purest being in this, and they don't fall in the planes of the existence. This in these planes of the existence, they don't fall because they are beyond. They are beyond the mind matter world. They have they are not in the hierarchy. They have escaped the cycle. So they are beyond. They are not higher than gods, or they are not higher than even satanic world or ghost world or demonic world or even human world or Devlok or Brahmalok. They are just beyond that thing. They are just out of that thing. They are the purest one. And the beings having defilements, they belong to these planes of one of these planes of the existence. Okay. So these planes of existence are pure or impure, cool or hot, luminous or dark, light or heavy, pleasant or wretched, according to the character of the mental forces generated by the mind or the volition, cetana, that is chetana, of a series of actions, words, and thoughts. For example, take a case of a religious man who suffuses the whole universe of beings with boundless love and compassion. He must be generating such mental forces as are pure, cooling, luminous, light, and pleasant forces, which normally settle down in the Brahma's worlds. Let us now take the reverse case of a man who is, dissatisfied or angry. As the saying goes, face is the indication of mind. The impurity, heat, darkness, heaviness, wretchedness of his mind are immediately reflected in the person, visible even to the naked eye. This is due, I may say, to the generation of the evil mental forces of it is dosa means dosha, anger, which go down to the lower world, which go down to the lower world of existence. The same is the case with the mental force arising out of lobha, that is greed, or moha, delusion. In the case of meritorious deeds such as devotion, morality, and charity, which have at their base attachment to future well being, the mental forces generated are those that will normally be located in the sensuous planes of devas and of mankind. These, ladies and gentlemen, are some of the concepts in Buddhism relevant to the life story of Gautama Buddha, which I will presently begin. Thank you. So, here I conclude the small information how the universe is and how the levels or planes of existence in the universe system that I have shortly discussed and explained as well as my own understanding through the meditation and my own logic and rationality. So, thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you all start doing Vipassana because to me it's the most effective technique that will clear all your concepts about the gods and Satan and even human beings and animals. And as you meditate, you will clear all the you will start to see your old defilements and how to get rid of them, how to remove them out of you. And it's very, very calming and peaceful, but obviously it's not going to, this state doesn't last forever. For that, you need to practice it regularly. I hope you all do it, and I hope you all succeed in it. Thank you so much. Good night.